Map number 2 between forZe and Aurora Gaming. The first one went the way of forZe. This is their pick. Things are looking very, very good for them to stay alive in the lower bracket final here. And they will start off, of course, with a bit of a plan for the pistol. It would seem Norvi will manage to find the head of Crad to open us up.
Couple coming through. Norway and Latic combining up at the moment. forZe down to what? Make that 0. It's a brilliant pistol round from Aurora. And a lightning fast one as well. Before we even hit the 1 minute 30 mark. 4 remaining alive. Aurora have taken a pistol round. Well, with no sweat off the brow, let's be honest. That was so comfy.
Yeah, that was pretty easy stuff coming in. I do believe we are just going to sort the X-ray for you guys, of course. You know, in the caster position, right? Always
Yeah, I sit
a little
here
closer
like
to the
this.
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're never quite ready for the close-up, I suppose. But there we go, back into the action. Lovely stuff. It will indeed be the pistol going the way of Aurora. See what they can find. It's going to be a quick one coming out from forZe, but just on the Glocks. They flash up middle. They're going to try and overwhelm somewhere, maybe try and get a bomb plant. They could potentially in towards A. It's a little, you know, weirdly defended. Jerry goes creeping out on the Glock, manages to find one. And here we are, some trades coming in. This is good. They're going for an early rifle while Lance's side going to try onto Norvi, but they line up for him and caught reloading will make it all too easy for him. So, second one comes in, but they do lose a couple members.
Yeah, one of those things where a little bit expensive. Doesn't make a difference. No, not all too much. Now, full buy coming in for the T side. This one will matter quite a lot. We need to see some form being found here. Aurora on Inferno on CT side, they need to come out the gates flying. They've already got the first 2. That's great. We need consistency. We're looking for this side to build up at least at the halfway mark. A sort of a 9-6 feels comfy. You know what forZe are like on their CT side, how methodical they are on their approach. Throwing out the windows, firing down towards Banana. Norway will find the first. Brad drop through the smoke.
Pretty solid stuff. Resalt lurking around in the apartments. But the battle for Banana goes the way of Aurora, and now that will mean they're able to just bolster the defense over on the A side of things. So really going to be difficult for forZe to break through here. It looks like they want to go for a mid-take. But I'm not so sure. Molotov is decent. Scares a couple of them away. The return utility is still there from the CT side. Big face, and Shalfie wins it. Oh, Latic. See how that pans out. Now that they've got that, they have sort of the run-of-the-mill. You know, they're back into the 4-on-4. They've got just about enough utility to make the B bomb site work if they want to go for it. But still sticking with a couple out on A, keeping presence there. So this is really well thought out from forZe. Hoping to catch Norvi sleeping a little bit, and they might just. Molotov goes down, but Jerry is ahead of it. This is big.
Barrel spotted, and actually pulling the trigger too early costs him. forZe will find one. Jerry gives away his position. But even still, now in a post-spawn scenario, there are no lackeys lurking, sneaking his way in. Do they expect him? No util to keep him at bay, may I say. As Shalfie will drop one of his own.
Pretty big smoke, to be fair. It comes quite late. Lackey is out on an island all by himself. Doesn't really have too much to work with. There's a flash that comes round to get some bodies in from CT. Jerry going to take one. Return flashes sound. And it's all down to Celta. Not a chance. Not a chance. They tried to go for the retake. He's going to attempt to take some on the way out. He will get Zorte, so it makes it costly. But forZe with a round where, you know, they started a man down on Inferno. That's pretty big to come back and win it on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, no, exactly that. I think that started so badly for forZe that maybe it could have fallen away in a matter of moments. But forZe back in control. Looking okay. Either way now. For Aurora, the response, you need a strong one, but unfortunately, the cash flow isn't that strong. We see a double FAMA setup coming through. A Deagle just as all Latic can invest into. M4 and MP9, of course, that M4 being saved. It's a full investment by Aurora, but it's just not a comfy one. It makes it so difficult. But the Deagle trying to take fights down mid. He will be tied, and Latic needs to be careful.
Nice find from Crad lurking about. They put him on the AK for a reason, and he's able to find Celta a really big kill in the turnout of this round. And forZe will be absolutely singing because of that, looking to find themselves again the mid-control. Usual mid-utility coming in, going to allow the peaks round from Shalfie, but nobody is there on that CT side to hold the line.
Sneak in. Result needs to be careful. Around that corner. Lackey is lurking. He'll swing and it'll cost him. Lackey needed to deliver on towards one. The fact that he does the if the Eagle doing some work. And Kenzie on his own as well. The Eagle's still alive. Lackey causing problems. But it will be dropped down and leaves Norby all alone. He's got a rifle in his hands. What's he doing in 1 versus 2?
Not totally out of the question. They're pretty low. I think he might have that information available to him. Just going to go barreling on in. It's early doors. You know, you might as well. You're going to eco the next anyway. Even if he does choose to survive, and he's choosing to go for it, try and find a big clutch up for the boys. He's getting flanked out, though, so he's on a bit of a timer on this one. Result, hidden away at the back end of the site. Going to hear him coming in then. And Norby, with no opportunity presenting itself, will be easy pickings for Shalfie. And that is the second in a row for forZe.
It's great work. It really is. forZe now right back in control, continuing their kind of reign of terror the way they had on towards our first map. Anubis was pretty one-sided, despite it being the pick of Aurora. And headed in towards Inferno. Despite Aurora winning it earlier against 1win, they've got something up their sleeve. We know what Jerry's like. Always a mastermind. He's broken the economy over towards Aurora, so there's just nothing for them to work with. Full eco, no investment towards upgraded pistols, no armor. Just a double flash and a gamble stack over towards B.
Flash is coming round. Brad will need a little bit of support here. Smoke goes down to just kind of keep them at bay, but they're able to find 3 and pretty much confirm the fact that it is, you know, a stack coming in. Nate should finish off one. Nope. Able to get around the corner. So there is that, but the bomb slowly but surely should make its way out of here. They want to make sure that, you know, Crad doesn't go down. They try and keep the costs as low as possible. So far, so good. They know where Norby's at. They're going to look to overwhelm him. Instead, does eat a dink, but they will fight their way through and not a single player going down. They'll be pretty happy with that.
Good work. Good work. Just make sure it's not expensive. We saw earlier, forZe converted a full USPS round, and that just completely set the tone. That won them the game. I feel like it really mentally destroyed Aurora. And thankfully for them, they don't fall flat, even by a small margin, in towards round number 5. So good for them. Take a lead for the first time. forZe, now it's a good opportunity to keep building on it. An all-in play for Latic, though, and he was scarily good in towards map number 1. Despite the rest of the team struggling at times, Latic was always such a problem.
Early utility out here from forZe, just looking to scare the CT side away, maybe bait some out from them. But actually, the CT side really sitting on their utility. They don't have a lot of it. forZe maybe recognize this fact. CT smoke baits out the one smoke that they do have. Norby looking to play aggressive. Calls it off. It's a contact burst play coming in here from the T side. This could be pretty deadly. There's no Molotovs to really keep them at bay. Lackey does manage to find the head of one. Any more? He's going to be flanked out. He does manage to get 2, though, so maybe that makes the difference here. I'm not sure, with it being such a lockout and so quickly as well. Not sure if the CT side will want to go for it. You can see their A players are miles away. Latic is here. He's surely been heard scoping in. They're looking for this. I don't know. This is really going to be tough. Banana Smoke comes in. Kenzie does have a kit available, but that's about all they've really got to work with. Jerry goes wildly swinging in, takes an off angle, will lose his life. Maybe not expecting them so fast. Also then, up close and personal should get traded. It's all onto Shalfie. There's not a lot of time. The kit wasn't retrieved as well. Celta has to go back for it. That's going to buy time for Shalfie here to just play around the bomb, and there's not enough time. Shalfie even finds all the kills for good measure. Might get his hands onto an AWP as well if he's lucky, and he does indeed. A perfect round from Shalfie.
I couldn't have gone any better. Really couldn't have. Not only does Shalfie win the 1 versus 2, they don't have time to even go for a tap on towards the bomb. He drops an AWP on the other side and scoops it up for himself, so it means Zorta's has to invest into it. All round, that is a perfect ending Around number 6 and forZe are just implementing their lead further and further in their favor. This T-side so far looking great. Like I'm saying, Aurora back to square one, back to nothing. Just at the pistols for them to work with. And let's be honest, we just don't expect all too much from them. Aurora, still off the back of what was a pretty rough Anubis, just not looking like themselves. Or not looking like what we saw against OneWin.
No, they're really not. forZe have got their number all pretty long so far. That continues to be the case. Down goes one pistol. And that gives Result a little bit of room to work with here over on the bomb site. Doesn't want to get too giddy in at middle, and he would be correct in assuming there's a lot of bodies there.
Zelda, sitting close. One, lined it up and finds it. Result, could have dropped the kill, and just a minor amount of damage as well. No, nice shot. Hello, hello. That's not bad. Numbers going to fade a bit, is causing problems. This is falling by the wayside. What's happening for?
Well, Zorti goes wildly spraying through the smoke, trying to find one. There's going to be an AK retrieved. They had gambled correctly here. Aurora make the right call of rotating, you know, 2 across towards that B bomb site. And Jerry especially gets kind of overexcited, I think. Still not out of the question. Spot comes in. You don't even have a CT smoke to work with, man. Celta's on the flank, containing them at this point, right? Making sure that it's confirmed. Flash comes in. Clears out CT. Second orange going to go down. Lackey finds Zorti, though. There's not a lot of time here either. Just play around that, I think, and you should be able to win the round out pretty cleanly. He's going to go on high as Shalfie, but he gets overwhelmed, and that's a big round for Aurora to steal.
It's huge. It really is. Again, we were talking about how important those eco rounds can be in terms of kind of shifting the tempo. There we go. There we go. Could be something to work with. Aurora, of course, on a full bite off the back of it. Rifles scooped up. All things considered, this has been a very even start to our map number 2. While it's forZe's pick and a map in which they feel comfortable going in against Aurora right now, it's pretty even. In terms of the standing, no one's really taken control of momentum and run away with it as of just yet.
Speed being ensued here by the forZe side of things. Celta into the long holes, just holding the line ever so slightly. Jerry's going to make his way down through the apartments. What is the move with this kind of apartments control that they've netted themselves? Or Kenzie wants to get aggressive. Flash comes in. It doesn't blind him. Him and Norvi just chiming in way too easy. As they will all fall. Not a single kill coming in. And Aurora, they have bolstered their CT defense now.
Alive and kicking. They really are. That's a 4th. We're tying things up. This game is anyone's right now. Like we said, it's a map in which is traditionally, even in terms of the TCT sort of split, it's just about finding consistency. Neither team are doing it as of right now, but Aurora seem to be okay. Breaks the economy of forZe, which means that it's just Shalfie on towards that AK. And aside from that, that's really all they've got to work with. Bit of utility. Bit of presence coming through. Lackey will find the first. Crad dropped. No skin off his back at all.
Shalfie a little bit trapped there as well, looking for a fight to take, a clean one. Oh, he could have had that. He just holds mouse 1. Maybe if he corrected the spray, they're going to try and boost him over. And again, robbed of a frag. Leaving the Banana players very low indeed. They will be quite disappointed they don't come away with one. They definitely had the opportunity. The flash was good. The flash was really good, in fact. Shalfie, above the smoke, spotted by Latic. Not working as well as they thought it would, and that will be a big frag to take. That's the AK going down. It will be the hands of Zorte. He's got a bit of armor to work with, but ultimately, not too much here. Tagged up. Should be all over in a few seconds if they just want the quick death. forZe, though, not looking likely.
Quick reactions from Kenzie. Lackey adding one more. Bomb dropped. Round is, of course, done and dusted. In case of whether they can drop all 5. And Kenzie will see it off. No problems asked. Great round. Really well played. Flawless for Aurora. All 5 stay alive as they find 5 overall. Things are slowly but surely slotting into place over towards that CT side. Before the next full buy, I'm assuming being this one, I wouldn't even mind forZe going for attack pause at some point. They were very early to use them in towards Anubis. I wouldn't mind seeing them in towards here on Inferno. It is actually just going to be a slightly mixed buy. Resulting towards the Galil, the rest of the team on pistols. With lost bonus, they should have no problems buying in towards the next. That's when I want to see a force come through.
Yeah, I think at the very least they got on top of the economy, which was really important. It looked like things were falling by the wayside in that sense, and they were maybe going to start digging themselves a hole if they kept on buying. So there is that at the very least. It's not the best way to start. Resort will lose his head. It's going to be one man to throw some A smokes and try and just bait them out a little. Shalfie with the utility here. But nothing really coming. It looks like they want to end B instead. Flash comes round. Norby. Molotov goes down. He's going to have to give the position up. Call for a bit of support as well. He's in towards the sandbags. The flash from Jerry is ineffective. Blinds up Crad. Where's the trade opportunity? They're going to look to overwhelm. Norby does well to get another. And it should be all good on this B bomb site. We'll see. Maybe they can overwhelm the player in towards New Box. They don't really have the utility to do so. Tensi ready for his fight. It's Jerry to take out Lackey. Big frag. Nets a bomb plant. Going to help them moving forwards. And now, a 1v4 in total required from the IGL.
Maybe asking a little bit more. Too much of him. Latic will find him. In the quick trade. No problems asked for Aurora up to 6. 2 remaining alive. It's important. Norby and Latic both with a double apiece. Really not too shabby at all. The forZe, they were started like they were, it started to look like they were putting up a pretty decent C side where maybe they were making it competitive and I'm really starting to fight the cause here. But Aurora have come alive. We saw what happened against one win. It was a close game, both back-to-back 9-6 halves in regulation, and then it went to double OT where Aurora saw it off in their favor, but it was very close. And I'm not sure for forZe if that's a thing where they feel like they're much more confident on this map and that double OT maybe shows that Aurora are shaky. But right now, they're looking pretty solid.
Latic with the fine one towards Crad. Crad's been having a bit of a mare the past few rounds in the banana area. Goes down all too easily. Jerry, though, will find Kensi. Just prodding and poking a bit too much. Was it really required from him? Leaves to say bomb site pretty vulnerable. They're going to look to try and overwhelm it. Jerry trying to get cheeky. Shalfie left with low HP, and Jerry might have the moment to activate. Resol finds Lackey. Big frag. Jerry does get taken down by the rotating Norby. Kills all over the shop here, but most of them going the way of the CT side. Just left to Zorte. He's found one. You know where he's at. He's got the bomb. Had a bit of a quiet game. He might be able to make it out of here. Yeah, I think this is the move. Try and go B then. Long way around, though. He's really unsure of where that B rotator is coming from and whether he can be heard or not. I don't think they have banked on him getting out. Info gathered as Latic takes a peek towards mid there. I think they think he's still in the apartments.
They do, yeah. They think he's locked in
Trained
there.
on an angle.
I think they're assuming that he's locked himself in towards that position. Flash will come over, and that'll, of course, give away the position. They now know he's towards B if they've heard it. But I don't think they have. Bomb will go down. And it's all action stations now to rotate back over towards the side. He's going to look towards Banana, expecting that they maybe push behind him. When he rotated out a second mid, little does he know, it's a double CT stack.
He just kind of can't believe how easily he's got onto the B bomb site, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. And he would be correct in assuming, oh, the smoke towards Banana here is really going to send him for a loop. He can't really do much from here. Ollie on the bomb at the right time. It could be the move. He does get it down. There's no smoke. Is there enough time? Yep, there actually is. Zorte's done it with the Molotov. Oh my goodness, you could not write it. forZe will find the fifth, and out of nowhere, thanks to the smarts and apparently holding the utility. Oh, wow, that is really, really difficult to stomach.
Gotta give him his credit, though. Well played. Very well played. So, just like that, you see forZe, and the lifeline opened up a little bit, extended their way. Pause to be called off the back of it. The first use for forZe. I'm glad to see it. An opportunity for Jerry to have a conversation. See how he's going to piece apart this side. We said mid-round calling has been some of his best work as of right now. And we need to see him start to find that sort of form. When it comes towards this Aurora side and piecing apart the CT. And the big first point of call for me that I've noticed, you know, the glaring issue, and you sort of brought it up, it's Crad over towards Banana. He's struggling. to get a lot of control. And we're seeing Aurora be so confident in their peaks. You know, Latic swinging in, taking fight. Those sort of engagements, if they can shut him down, maybe even punish Latic, because he's going for that peak so often. We're always seeing them take a lot of control. If they can punish those sort of fights, then maybe it might open up a pathway towards B, which is a little bit less precarious.
Time will tell. We'll see what happens. Pretty big round here if they can take it on the force side of things, just to solidify where all that T side is at. Crowd once again starts off a bit weak. He eats a nade. It's not really his fault, but he'll certainly be kicking himself. They're going to try and go for a double peek in towards the apartments here. The AWP finds one. Molly down. They can't refrag. Shalfie tries to get aggressive, and down he will fall. Falling apart for forZe in the apartments.
Zorta holding. Half-up. Looking for a boost. No one going to give it him. If anyone goes for the jump peak, their head will be ripped off. Jerry can creep close. Lackey off the back of the flash spots nothing. And it might beckon the rotation away. At least one is. That of Kenzie. And Jerry will continue to sneak forward. Look at the space he's creating.
Is it going to be enough though, right? The numbers still work against them. Zorta reveals himself with the AWP. Jerry's still sticking around. Lackey getting cheeky. They like these burst rounds on the force side of things off the back of the smokes. Another one going down. Jerry going to get spammed ever so slightly. Not sure if that was heard. I don't know if Lackey was close enough. It looks like he's pretty sold on there being a guy in that corner now. Smoke going to come through. Wild spray down from Lackey. Does get returned on a little bit, but the rotation is in now. It's directly a 3 versus 3. In on the site. They might catch them boosting though, or they might get caught by the boost. On-plant attempt coming in. Zorta going to have to go huge. Crad has managed to find a kill. Zorta gets another. It's down to the 2 versus 2. Never should have been here. A great little fake out. Just baits enough from the CT side to make this round look doable. Seltzer's left low. They've got a good number of flashes to work with here to just earn their way back on towards this B bomb site, but can they win it? Another post-plant scenario that they absolutely have to find. Zorta doesn't shoot too early. Beautiful stuff. Down to just Seltzer. Nade is not going to finish off Zorta. And well, Seltzer is not sold on this one. He's out of there, and it'll be another post-plant going the way of forZe. Unreal.
Well played. Zorta's had a masterclass there. Lightning fast shots, especially the one dropping in towards the CT rotator. That's the important kill. After a moment, forZe are back in this game, all tied square at 6 apiece. And this one really started to get interesting. We could go in at the halfway mark, as even as it possibly can be, and potentially everything falling in place for what could be a marathon on Inferno in that second half. This one is, it feels impossible to call right now. At least forZe back in the conversation. Was opening the door for Aurora, running away with a bit of form on the CT side. They claw it back. An important round. Whoever wins this one kind of sort of breaks the back of the other.
They might expect a bit of a lesser buy. It looks like they want to go fast in. Jones on the back 10. Going to go charging round. The spray doesn't find him, but Norvi somehow corrects. Looked like he was way off on that one. And Jerry going to go down. Again, they start from a deficit scenario. But they've maybe sold the fact that, you know, Jerry was a lone operator. Ooh. Zorta could have gotten away with one there. They're going to swap players out a little bit here just to make sure that the B-bomb site holders have got full HP to work with. Lackey on the edge of the smoke. They're not going through this one quite yet. But they want to. They are really chomping at the bit to hit this B-bomb site. Flash comes in. Super effective. Another one as well. Crad has to get this kill. However, it's Lackey to cover off. Norvi goes down somewhere on the backside, I would imagine. Through the smoke, it looks like. Not quite sure either way. A weird little scenario they find themselves in as these smokes go down. The control that the T's have managed to find themselves is actually pretty big. And Latic doesn't know where to look. Shalfie is the danger man. Smoke fades. He finds the kill onto Lackey. The flash towards the AWP. It's Zorta to find him. Zorta with another. Unbelievable stuff from this guy in the past few rounds. And it's just Kensei out of nowhere again. forZe, despite being a man down this time, have managed to pull it back. It's not quite over till it's over, though, of course. Resalt going to be the first line of defense, and the barrel of the AWP spotted. It's a bit of a distraction away from Resalt, who is the man that Kenzie needed to worry about. And that'll be 7 for forZe. They have tussled and wrestled for this lead, but they've got it.
That's it. This is a very, very kind of concerning factor for Aurora, because when it comes to clutches, they're finding no success. That's like 3 in a row now that forZe have got away with. When it comes to man disadvantage clutches, they're making it work in their favor. So well played. Credit to them. And for forZe, just got to say that everything now is starting to place. All looking pretty shaky. And Norway goes for a peek. Bit overzealous, gets caught off guard. I'm going to dump util, but Celta, nice shot.
Smoke as well to just give them a bit of space. So an AK to be feared. Celta wants some action. He does have armor. So it could get kind of scary. Oh, Crad. Molotov comes in. Flash comes round. He finds one. Lackey's hidden away with a P250, though. Looking away. Crad jumping up. Did he spot him there? I think he did. And he's going to win the fight out. Crad getting to Miko frags and definitely does need Shalfie. Got to be careful here. Will go down. Celta has made the round costly then. He's tracking that AWP. He's tracking that bomb. But they have hightailed it out of there. Should be all good to get this bomb plant in. And with Celta being very low, he might just save the AK for that one-tap potential.
Is it a save call? Yes, it is. Yeah, he's falling away. Fall away with the AK in hand. I was wondering whether he was going to maybe try and poke his head round, but Zorta's still alive. And of course, him in a position with... he's been just on fire in these last 2, 3, 4 rounds. Do you want to test it? No, probably not. There's the 8. forZe going to guarantee themselves that lead at the half. And Aurora, inexperience and rookie errors are really starting to creep into the play. We saw it in Anubis, and we're seeing it now a little bit more already in the latter stages here on Inferno. Things are not looking good. I think alarm bells are going to start ringing off over towards Aurora. If they don't call attack pause in round 15, they'll at least have a long conversation towards half-time.
They need a cool-off.
They do.
They really need a cool-off. I don't know why we've not seen a timeout from them, to be honest, but... yeah. As you're mentioning, it's issues from map 1 that are plaguing them here on map 2. And so on and so forth. Well, banana control to come through. Getting ahead of the smoke, though. Zorte will punish you. He's not been missing these past few rounds. Really had some great ones. Norvi gets spotted. The flash is slightly ineffective. Ends up blinding him just for that millisecond that Crad needed. And forZe have flipped the script. They are now the ones firmly in control.
They are. Nice little double entries coming through as well. Crad finally found that success over towards Banana. And they just tuck his head. Oh, don't beat Crad. I advise against this. Latin holding, waiting. Pop shots. I think we forced off the angle. Forced away. Not alone over towards B. They can just overwhelm the AWP here. The rotation Kenzie's coming through as Celta on the other side of the map finds success. And I'll force forZe to sort of just pump the brakes. What do we do now?
Shalfie searching to find Celta here. He does indeed. Pretty big kill to solidify that A-bomb site attack. They're going to hightail it out of there. They've faked out towards B, but they did not commit. That would be the right move. That's where the remaining 2 members are, including the AWP. They're obviously going to go for this one, but it looks like a game state in which you would usually save. So, kind of an unwinnable scenario from here on in. They're going to have, you know, a decent amount of... utility laid down deck on the forZe side of things. They don't have any left, I suppose, but there's no kit here for the CT side. They've got so many angles to clear. They just do not have enough time to do it in. Jerry will be the first line of defense. Does go down, but he confirms the information. Should still be doable for the remaining 3, particularly with that bomb already halfway gone. Zorte finds a leg, finishes off Kenzie, and Shalfie will peek out for the final frag. Easy does it. forZe, well, with a hell of a lot of luck, to be fair to them, have managed to find 9. And they continue this streak here looking really solid. Catches in half 2 for more. Welcome back, folks. We are here for half number 2, of course. forZe with a pretty good 9 rounds coming in, particularly because they lost the pistol. So Aurora have got a lot of working back to do. They've been good on the pistols, at the very least. We'll see what they've got for Inferno here. Their second time out on Inferno, although it feels like maybe their third time out, of course, with double OT earlier on. But we'll see here. Joined once again by Neokai to take you through all the action.
It's been a good game. Really has. Back and forth up into the latter stage of that first half, where forZe just got in control. Looking to do more of the same here. Retalk Copper taps into the second mid. He's going to fall away in towards Boiler. Look at that first fight. Delta testing him. But if the new Boiler results, who will find the opener?
Yeah, and a really risky one, to be honest, to stick around there. He was confident to take that fight. You know, you would have expected him to fully fall back and use the USP to its full advantage at maximum range. Jerry here. Ooh, on the spot. We'll try and get a well-timed nade down. He does a lot of damage to Lackey. Crad sticking around in the fire for just a second. There's actually a lot of bodies here. They've got one up on the boost as well. Norby going to go down to Shalfie. His old teammate taking him out. Finds Kenzie as well. It's just poetic, isn't it, really? Latic, the only one left. He's got the bomb, but that's about all he's got. He's found himself a couple of kills, but there's just too many bodies to deal with. Pistol comes in for forZe, looking very, very good now. They even deny the bomb plan.
It's true. It very is. You know, they're locking themselves in the double digits now. There's a bit of a gap starting to be built up. Realistically, Scriv, safe to say, forZe loving life. Loving life in the server. They already took Anubis to pick up Aurora. Now they're here on their map pick of Inferno, and they're getting ever closer to taking the series 2-0. And we now as well know who they'll be playing in that next round. It's going to be Ecstatic. Honorous battered Ecstatic. 16-9, 16-8, 2-0 in the upper bracket final. Which, of course, they are now in the grand finals. And into the consolidation final, Ecstatic will play the winner of the game.
Honorous looking good then. Polish Counter-Strike on top. Glad to hear it, and, you know, we always love to see that. There's no Neo on the server, unfortunately, for that team, but good to see Taz keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. First frag comes in onto Lackey. It is a very low buy here from Aurora, so we're not expecting too much, but even if they find one, that's all they're after, all they're hoping for. Zorte with the off angle. Latic's on his way. The left eye peek's just too hard at that point. They're going to try and overwhelm him, but Zorte knows what's up. Does go down to Celta. It's actually an A1S taken down, so, you know, you'd like to see someone rotate around to try and find that.
Sure.
Either way, Norby on the Steagle. Can he find anything? No, he can't. Anyone for the M4? They're going to try. Yep, and they do get it into the hands there, and indeed make sure that they carry through all the rifles that they started with.
Lovely work. Lovely work. That gap continues to build. First full buy coming out for Aurora. And let's be honest, it's a must convert. They have to find success here. If they don't, I honestly feel like this one might be done. This is kind of the must win in my eyes. If forZe find 12 here, and someone actually break the economy of Aurora and it goes back to square one, where Aurora have got, what, 2 max full buys left in them? A horrible position. But this bonus buy, more scary than we've seen in any of the others.
That is very true. I think they were banking on the fact that it would be an early rifle buy from Aurora, and that's generally how it goes when you don't get that bomb plant. They want to keep the pressure on as quickly as they possibly can. Kenzie with the contact flash. Shalfie should be able to trade here, and he does. They are definitely caught off guard on that A. Meanwhile, a late banana take coming in. Norby lucky to be alive. Brad trying to trade. Got to be careful. Oh, goodness, it's getting messy. He does manage to find one. Big damage onto the second, despite being on the USP. Is that going to be enough? Shalfie's here pretty quickly. I don't think they're going to expect him so fast. And it's not the entirety of the attack as well coming in. So Lackey going to fall. Bomb hits the deck a bit awkwardly. Latic can't find the trade. Shalfie able to keep them at bay. Latic looking for this fight. Shalfie not going to win it out. Big one comes in. However, like I said, they are kind of split. Zorte maybe has an opportunity here. As the bomb plant is not coming in yet. He's not rushing it. Waiting for his teammate. Zorte is very unsure of where to look. He thinks he's being flanked out. It's just a late pickup from Celta in towards... Oh, they're looking to get aggressive as well. Zorte the wrong way. Taken down, and Aurora with the key round.
An important one. We did a must convert. If Aurora don't find that 7th there, I really think this game is all she wrote. And we're kind of just in cannon fodder rounds and seconds until it's seen off in a 2-0 fashion. But now the door starts to open a little bit more. Potentially, we could see a fight come through from this Aurora side. That was... It was technically close to the bonus buy, but actually was invested into. And now you can see it fight back force where, once again, a full investment. All they've got a double Empire 1S, MP9. Live the CT side. Hence why you see the top left of your corner. Gamble stack over towards B. They're hoping that Aurora fall to into the trap.
It could work. They're on both sides of the map right now. So Nate does some damage. He's going to go hunting, contact flashing as well. They're pretty confident with this. Don't give the game away too early on the stack, though. That's the key thing. And they're still thinking about it. Flash going to come round. Jerry does manage to find one, lose his life. The flash for the trade is there. We're able to get one. Did he spot any more, though? I don't think he did. So they still think maybe it's just one in towards the B-bomb site. In goes Shalfie with the nade smoke, looking for multiple frags. He's going to get them, but it's Kenzie to touch down and finish them all off. Bomb plant coming in into the 1 versus 1. Resalt is miles away from the action. He does have an A1S. Where is he coming from, though? That is the key question. He's quick up banana, really quick. And you can see Kenzie just playing around. Maybe trying to work the sound for him. Resalt is not wasting any time. Going to go tapping onto the bomb in just a second here. Draw Kenzie out. Smoke onto it. Tap comes in. Kenzie... Little unsure, knows that he probably won't have a kit, just trying to play the balls of steel game at this point. Resalt going to tap once again. Kenzie goes a bit wider. Resalt finds him, jumps, and that may well have made the difference. I'm not sure that he had time anyway. Nonetheless, he finds all the kills. It's as costly as ever for Aurora.
Yeah, he didn't have time anyway. Even a kit, he might have just about had time, but without the kit, it really means it wasn't a possibility. He was just still making sure that if forZe can lose the round, that Aurora don't save anything. Make sure that even if... You know, he was the fault. I don't think that Aurora could have got away in time and Kenzie could have saved onto that rifle. So, either way, silver linings for forZe, but Aurora getting back in towards this game. They're hot on their tails, starting to make quite the competition. Here we stand now. I got to say, forZe maybe a little bit concerning. Resulting towards that one saved A gate. Around that, nothing. A few pistols to work with and already Result taking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, a bullet hits him there from the Galil. A little tedious, a little annoying. Crad going to keep him at bay on the B-bomb site. After he's spamming away with the MAC-10, they're going to call for the reinforcements as well over on towards this bomb site. Resalt maybe a little bit stuck on the A side of things, but so I'll just go for it, I suppose. He knows there's at least one presenting out on the A side of things. Lackey. Looking to get cheeky. Zorte, whoa, a bit weird. Gets caught off guard, may have had the frag there. Nonetheless, the trade at the very least does come in. Meanwhile, Resalt looking to get a timing, finds 2. Is that enough? Is that enough? It's actually a man advantage as you look at it for forZe, but the weapons are not with them. Meanwhile, the bomb has to be retrieved way back in towards T-spawn. This could get really weird. Oh, God. Jerry going to find Celta, and now it is all down to Norvi. He doesn't really have anywhere else to go. Feels like he can't go B, so he's just going to try and hit the A side of things. Faking it out. Jerry with an off angle. Don't think Norvi's going to really expect him here at all, and Jerry finds it. Oh, another one comes in for forZe off the back of nothing except a saved AK.
Another round which Aurora can't be losing. We've now got to start asking questions.
Mental.
I mean, multiple times now we've seen Aurora lose to those sort of buys. You know, a hero rifle or just pistols. The youngsters, the rookie errors are really creeping into their gameplay, and this is becoming very, very problematic. And once again, forZe extend the lead to 4 rounds, and it's a lot of comfort that they're starting to garner. 4-round lead, but 4 rounds away from mapping the series. This one's going down to the final before they can find the first and the second as well. Hang on a second. Talking about pistols finding success, Norway says if you could do it, I could do one better.
What a round coming in from him. The nade might finish him off here. It doesn't really find him. Molotov going to force him out, though. He's actually able to make it away. Jerry can't even get the trade. Jerry's giving his position away. Whoa, got to be careful. There's a lot of bodies. Another Molotov for him to put down. He will find Norby then. Zorti's found Kenzie. So back into a 3-on-3. Made it look doable once again. Jerry's sticking around. Very confident. They're going to go flying through. They line up for him, but he can't find a single kill. But there's a team kill. What is happening? Another crazy round. Zorte's here on the rotation to just try and hold it down, but I don't think it's going to happen for you, big man. They don't have a kit to speak of here. Zorte just looking for the lineup. Smoke's going to dissipate any second now. Latte. Zorte tries on the quick scope through the smoke. Can't find it. Resalt, though. Again, quick on the rotation. Might not be expected. It's not really anywhere that Latic could have gone other than towards the coffin area. Oh, Resalt. Makes noise. Latic going to peek him and punishes. As he should. The simple part of the movement, but unfortunately not able to get it done. It's just going to be Zorte trying to no-scope him. Doesn't happen. And Aurora get one right back.
Nice shot. It's a nice shot, I gotta say. That one from Coffins. With the deagle. Give him the credit. Aurora. Onto right back to a pistol round for forZe. So, still alive. I mean, there still is that quite considerable gap that forZe have got to work with. But even still, Aurora aren't going down without a fight. Inferno, they know how to poke this map out. We saw them double OT against one win. Who's to say they can't do it again against forZe? All it takes a little bit of momentum. Zorta, look at this boost coming through. Fail boost, but they're going to go for a second crack at it. Shalfie in above. He's spamming. Here he goes. Life as well. They're going to fall away for the most part unscathed.
Even trades of damage, really. There's been a big nade here in towards the banana area that's done so much damage, particularly on towards Lackey. Another one as well. Drops Latic down to 25 HP. Jerry up on the boost. Hoping someone just gets a bit giddy. They've got an M4 here in the form of Shalfie. They are reading this one like a book once again. The bomb has yet to commit in. Jerry on top. They weren't ready for him the second time around even. They might fail on the B-bomb site. Going to make a lot of noise doing so. Resalt as well with the 5-7. Drops the lurking presence in the form of Celta. This game has gone to pot. No one can win the right rounds. And I would say with these three and the HP that they have, this one looks very good for forZe again.
Surely, right? Triple stack here over towards B. Jerry, hello. What are you doing here? Got a flash to work with. No, they're going to peek dry. Cradle fall. Jerry going to fall to the utility. He will still fall. Now, Shalfies are alone towards back side. He starts to look dicey, but he finds a nice shot. 30 seconds to work with. Finds the AWP as well. Shalfies doing it alone. Damage done towards the last. And Kenzie will be dropped out by Zorta. If it wasn't for Shalfie, that round could have gone up in flames. Thankfully, the hero rifler over towards forZe stepped up to the play that he hits a beauty of a home run with 2.5 kills. And it puts forZe right back in control. That buffer that they continue to play around with for 4 rounds, it's looking like it might just be enough.
I think someone's got to take a timeout here. We need another cool-off moment, to be honest with you. Again, what is going on? You know what I mean in these rounds? Someone's got to find the normalcy back for us. It's getting very hard to keep up with. Imagine playing in this kind of scenario. Another sort of hero buy coming in. They've got the AK leading the charge in the form of Blackie. Not going to check out sandbags, though. And Jerry comes away with one, calling on the support. The nade goes in. Jerry will find Norby, who, by the way, is apparently a beast on the Tech 9. Down goes Latic, trying to find a lurking presence. Now just going to be Kenzie left alone. Of course, he finds one. Oh, and Shalfie, careful now. He's got an AK. Shalfie wins out the fight. A big round coming in. And that is going to leave them worse for wear economy-wise. Play for the overtime or force buy into oblivion.
What do they do? Aurora love a force buy, but I think it's be a a rough decision. Let's call it that. A risky one, to say the least. Are they going to do it? I'm seeing a full investment. Aurora going for it. It's do or die. It's here or now. If they don't find success here, I think it could be, well, I think it will be all she wrote. And I think this one's dead in the water. Even now, I think it's a very risky decision. The force buy in here, I don't know if I like it.
Yep, I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't, mate, I think is the logic behind this one, unfortunately. They just are out of options. Norvey going to go charging, and he's been all right on the Tech 9. The Orc was not expecting it. And again, what is happening? Celta and Kenzie have found kills. It's a 1 versus 3. What? I swear, there's 2 rounds of Counter-Strike that's happened in 1. Crowd will get taken down by Norvey, and Aurora win out on the force buy. Guys, please.
It's another multi-kill as well for Norvey when it comes to the Tech 9. He is so good with that gun. And it does make you question for Aurora why they don't have that sort of, that mental, that play style when it comes towards their full buys.
True.
They're so confident when they're on pistols. They actively take fights and they fall back on what is just the fundamentals. Their mechanical prowess. They're young guys who have cracked sense, cracked aim, and they, well, really know how to hold a mouse. They show it when it comes to the pistols, but on their full buys, they're so tentative, they're nervous, they allow all the space over towards forZe. And speaking of, thankfully, we see a pause is going to be called by forZe because they just want to try and ice out, you know, Aurora. Take a break here, take a breather. It has been hectic, chaotic Counter-Strike where every sort of round that should be won isn't, and the weird and wonderful buys are coming out on top more often than not. Thankfully, forZe take a break, a little bit of a breather, to have a conversation of how they're going to find success here. They themselves going to respond to a full buy, a force, which encompasses a double deagle setup, double MP9, and just 1 M4A1S for Shalfie.
Absolutely mental, this one, mate.
Set him out again.
Shalfie, yeah, I just, oh, it's not Counter-Strike anymore, you know what I mean? They're almost like playing COD.
Yeah.
It's moving so fast. We'll see. Big gap in that smoke. Does its job, though, at the end of the day. Oh, or does it? Norvey abuses the gap. Uh-oh. Can they be the ones to send us into the normal Counter-Strike once again? Force an eco out. I don't even remember what they look like at this point. It's been so many ragtag buys. They're going to try and gamble out towards the A side of things. Resalt has to leave Zorte on an island, a little bit isolated. Flash comes in, Zorte up close with the deagle. Oh, rings off. They're going to know that he's there now. Still giving him the respect, giving him the patience. He's trying to just peek in and find the head. And as soon as he tries to exit, Kenzie will deny him, of course. Going to be Shalfie left on the site itself. Weren't expecting him, but they're going to back off. They've got a lot of presence in the form of Norvey on that B bomb site. And I do feel like the first time in a while we're going to get a save.
That's it. Thankfully, for the first time, a round which should be won is won. Trumps the force buy. It's going to be Aurora up to 11. They've still got a few rounds in hand for us. Not exactly all doom and gloom. And saving the Empire when it's in the AK definitely is the priority here. It's the smart decision, thankfully. Coming through, and it will mean that the buy-in towards an X is going to be still pretty brutal, but at least have something to work with. It's better than nothing. They're not going to find success in this round. They may as well give it another crack in towards an X where they can once again go for another eco around the AK and M4A1S, but it's still better than nothing. Maybe investing towards a couple of 5.7s. We know how good those guns are. And see if they can find some success there. But Aurora, consistent consecutive rounds start to be put on the board here. They're putting a bit of a fight back on that T side. I feel like this story's not done just yet. We're kind of already building the narrative of maybe 2-0 being locked in and loaded. Who knows? Who knows? That door is still open towards OT or potentially even Mirage.
Would be wild if they end up taking this one in regulation, I'll give you that. They buying again? No, they're just swapping guns around a little bit. Flash and a smoke. It's an early smoke that comes in fact, towards middle. They're going to try and boost above. They tried this one a few rounds ago. Didn't really work out for them. This time, though, it will net them a kill. So here we go again. And they're going to be unsure. Are they forcing? Are they just going for it? Why not? Quick boost over in Banana as well. The cheesy rounds. The cheesy tactics. Working beautifully to get to. And like I say, they have no information of like, oh, they're surrounded by USPs. They might indeed be like, well, I guess they must have bought. They're playing like they bought.
I mean, right now, the only thing they've spotted out is an M4A1S and an AK. In their mind, they have full port. And hence why you can see Aurora are nervous. This is what we're saying. Against full buys, Aurora, or when they have a full buy, they're kind of tentative in their playstyle. We're seeing it a bit here. The number's not favorable. In comes the util. Double stack towards Coffin. How do they play this? And a boost coming through as Krad's boosted above the smoke. I love this play. And it could net and get another cheesy kill. And it will. And it'll fall away off the back of a run boost.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. This is the round in their hands once again then. The spam coming in. Latic going to be left low. Jerry goes wild. It's actually zorte that finds the kill. Lackey. Oh, God, they're coming at him in waves. It's like a zombie game. He's actually doing quite well to find 3 there, but ultimately going to be overwhelmed by the numbers. And forZe have done it again, but rightfully so. That was at the very least a little smarter, I think. They pulled off, you know, quite an awful lot of, as I said, cheese. The boosts were beautiful, and just catching Aurora with their pants down.
3 kills to boosts. I mean, credit. At that point, I think you've just really got to give forZe their flowers. Aurora, they had no idea. No idea.
Yeah, just didn't know where they were getting killed from, I bet.
Exactly. And also the misinformation about the sort of buy they're up against. Aurora will come back and look at this demo, and they will be kicking themselves. We just lost to 2 rifles and 3 USPSs because we thought it was a full buy. You could see in the way they were playing. They assumed it was a full buy with util to work with. It wasn't the case. It was just to save the rifles and then basically an eco around it. And it's netted for's map and series point. And ecstatic looming on the other side. A rematch of the other game as well. These fights. Do Aurora have anything left in the tank, or are they just running off fumes?
Gonna have quite a lot left in the tank to get 4 in a row, particularly in a game like this. It's been so very back and forth. Both teams able to pull rounds out when it is needed. Sometimes when it's not needed, to be fair. So what is the move here? Result. Just hold him. Careful not to get too aggressive. Norvi gonna get his smokes down here and just hope that someone's lurking around. It's not going to be the case. Looks like it's going to be an 8-hit trying to burst out through middle. They eat a big nade on the way in. Shalfie with the Molotov as well could really split them up if he plays well. He's going to hide in towards Cubby. I like this. It's just been naded and sort of quote-unquote cleared. Kenzie might have seen him though. Ollie comes in. That'll scare them away. The bomb, meanwhile, is making its way over towards that B. Bomb type flash comes in for Shalfie to peek. Of course, he wins that fight. Molly will go down to keep him protected. Really well played here. He's going to be forced out in a second, but he might be able to find another. He does not get it. So he is kept mortal in this round with the trade.
4 versus 4. But damage out on towards Aurora is the more damning thing here. They're pushing the smoke. I don't know if I like this play. The nade will come through. Jerry going to fall away off the back of it. Good nade as well. A Celta takes a huge chunk. 15 seconds. It's now or never. Time is ticking, and Krad holding and waiting. Cross, little does he know, and it'll cost him his head. Jerry, the IGL has to step up, finds one, spamming to drive the bomb on the car. And the Orb misses a shot, which will cost him his life. Jerry forward to the hands of Norway. It's all down to the new boy.
Oh, not ready for Celta at all. And that's a cheesy round as well. Aurora can do it themselves. They had a Molotov.
Yeah.
That's all they had to take B. They just stood inside the smoke. And forZe were not ready, you know, because you're so conditioned as a player, particularly on the B bomb side of Inferno, to see smokes come flying over. Now here's the flashes, and it's kind of a battle of, you know, how good are the flashes? Are we in the right spot for them? Maybe we get mollied out, you know. But usually there's signs that an attack is incoming, you know. Oh my god, and they fought again. An AWP dropped across, Result. Goes down to just a P250 and a nade for that. Shalfie's got an A1S, but that's all they've got to write home about here. Zorte looking to, again, get aggressive. Oh, and loses the fight. Latic takes his head clean off. That is a big one. The Molotov's a bit messy, but we can give him that after a shot like that.
Oh, a ding coming through. No, we're going to hightail off the back of that. Nice little tag from Krad there with Eagle in towards CT. 3 players over towards B. But actually, 2 of them rotating back over towards A. No, never mind. Resock going to stick around.
Big CZ kill coming in. Krad will lose his head. They're keeping it competitive here. Keeping them panicking on the Aurora side of things. And the energy's just got to be so different in a round like this. You know what I mean? Shalfie on the AWP as well. Something a little different to deal with. Absolutely mental. Looks like he's backing off, so the A-bomb site is going to fall here, and it probably will just be a save coming in from forZe. Aurora bring it within 2, therefore. Certainly not out of the realms of possibility that we see in overtime.
Definitely on the cards here. One will go down. Of course, that full save coming through. Expected. There's no way they're going to risk the AWP. No chance. It's more a case of, do Aurora, how much are they going to go test the waters over towards B? Celta. He's looking in. Quietly. He's still poking and peering. Shalfie will drop him off. No bother. No questions asked. What do we get?
It's still going to be a really bad buy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like, you know, I would assume that the AWP gets dropped across to Zorte. Loss bonus is not quite stacked up for them. So this really is a bit silly again. I don't know if they just go for a save here around what they have. I think that's the smart move, to be honest. Resalt doesn't have armor, so does he buy down? I don't know. It looks like they are going to go for it just in the chaos of the game, ultimately. Shalfie wants the A1S because he's performing well. A CZ for Resalt, a P250 now for Resalt. Okay, so he's all the way down. So they are mostly ecoing around it. Yeah, Zorti's bought up armor just so he can make the AWP sing a little bit. But I think this was the way that you had to go, to be honest.
Oh, that's so aggressive from Zorta, and of course on the AWP. Try to do something special. Here's an early opening kill coming through. They're spamming the smokes. No one else is there to meet them. That's a really important gun being dropped early in towards the round.
Yeah, frustration definitely setting in. I don't know when a play like that has ever worked. You know what I mean? Just flashing through a smoke in towards mid with an AWP. It's really asking a lot to go your way, guy. They will recover it. The boost up here. Crad does have a smoke. He went for this a few rounds ago, but it's a tough one to predict. Utility coming round. Smoke going to go down for Crad. Flash comes in. Double, triple for Shalfie. You've got to be kidding. There's no way he gets taken down on the exit. The CZ of Crad, though, brings it down to a 1 versus 3. It's just the way they lose. They lose out to the CZ. The boost. Again, it was all about the boost at the tail end. What has happened in that game? Absolute chaos towards the end, but it's forced to take it 2-0. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I need a cold shower after that one. That has really got me going. Jesus.
Ridiculous way to win. You know, Shalfie with a triple and then Crad with a CZ and 2 kills on the way out. Of all the ways for that game to be settled, that's actually the most fair way. That was the story of Inferno, was just chaos, left, right, and center.